G'day guys, welcome to another video. As you can see today, we've got my XR6 in the shed. A few little maintenance things and modifications we've got to do to it. It needs a new clutch. I need a new pair of tyres on the back. We're gonna chop the springs. I've got some Series 3 knuckles here I'm gonna cut up and modify. I do have some already here that I'm gonna use as a template. And then we'll take it to the boys at Lockett Tyres and we'll go get a wheel on it. So just before we start working on the car, I thought I'd give you a quick look at it. It is a factory manual XR6 AU Falcon. Pretty much stock standard. All I've done to it is put wheels on it. I put extractors on it, an exhaust. We took a few bits off my old Falcon, like the Series 3 tail lights. I think that garnish maybe, the louver. We put a steering wheel, Bosch kit and head unit in it. But apart from that, it's pretty well standard. So this is my current daily driver until I get my Pinny Wags going. And then once the Pintara wagon's going, I think this will be getting sent to the mainland to do some drifting. Not sure yet, it's just a wild idea I've got, but I kind of really hope it happens. So let's get into this. So we've got both knuckles cut up, ready to be welded. I did try to take a time lapse of me cutting these up, but apparently I forgot to press record. So we'll get these sitting where they're meant to now and we'll fizz them up. Knuckles have been modified, arms shortened up, ended up taking about 35 to 40 mil out of them. Time to get the car on the hoist and get these knuckles smacked in. Okay, so we've got the shitty Series 1 knuckles and brakes out. Not sure if you can see in the video, but there is a fair lip on them rotors. They needed replacing a long time ago. Both of them. They did make some pretty funky noises. Ready to chop the springs in here, so I'll get that done. Not too sure how much I'm going to chop out yet. Probably just maybe 2 coils to start off with, but I'm not sure. I might do a quick Google search before I go cutting things. We'll get the springs cut, we'll get the new knuckles chucked in, and then on to the next thing. Okay, so we've got the springs cut. I ended up cutting 1.5 coils out all round. I started with the front after looking on an AU forum, but then realised that this is an XR6 and they come out factory with lower suspension. So I looked that up and asked a couple of the boys. Apparently I was only meant to cut 1 out of the front and 1.5 out of the rear. So we might be very low in the front. So we'll see when we get it back down on the ground. If it is too low, I'll just have to get some more springs, cut them again and put them in. I know I should be doing this properly, but I've got money to spend elsewhere on the Skyline, so this just gets the cheap, easy, sort of dodgy mods, and the Skyline gets the money spent on it. Now that we have the springs done, it is time to whip out this gearbox and change the clutch. We have just a standard spec clutch to put in it. These T5 gearboxes aren't the strongest things, and once you put a bit of an aggressive clutch in them, they seem to blow third gear every day of the week. So we're just going to put a standard spec clutch in and hopefully prolong the life of the gearbox. This car does have 400,000 Ks on it, and I'd imagine that is the original gearbox, so yeah, you never know how much longer it's going to last. The gearbox is ready to come out. I've just got this one bolt here holding it in still. Made an absolute mess taking the gearbox oil out. It went everywhere. I didn't expect it to projectile out of the hole, but it did. Not sure whether I should tackle pulling this gearbox out by myself or not. I'll get one of the boys around here to help me, but I guess you'll see in the next clip. I've decided I'm going to pull it out by myself. I'm really nervous about this. I guess I've only got one shot. If I can't do it, I don't know what the other option is. So here we go. Oh, regrets. That's heavy. Oh. Yeah! I'm not putting that back in by myself, I don't think, but pulling it out, that was a heavy gearbox. So we've got the clutch and pressure plate out. The clutch itself doesn't look as bad as what I thought it was going to. Pressure plate, definitely seen better days, but that can just go in the bin. We've got the new one here. Turns out it's the same brand. This happened just by chance. So we'll get all these new bits chucked in the car. We'll get it smacked back together. And I've just realised that I got so excited about my chopped springs that I forgot to put my knuckles back in. So we'll have to get back to that later on too. New clutch is in. Bell housing's back on. Starter motor's in. Time for the gearbox. I said I wasn't going to do it on my own, but I think I'm going to have a crack. Oh, it's caught on my sleeve. Oh no. I don't think I can do it. No, it's not happening. I need help. Go straight in. There's a bolt. Just there, just slip that in one, please. So the gearbox is in. Clutch lines hooked up, tail shaft topped up with fluid. All the wiring's hooked back up. It is done. Now I think I'll get back to the knuckles. Get the modified knuckles chucked in the car. And then all I'm left to do is bleed up some brakes and change some tyres. See how far too low I've lowered it.
Not sure when that was last changed, but it looks very metallic-y. Yuck.
It's starting to get a bit late now, guys. It's about 10:30. All we have left to go is to bleed the brakes, put the wheels back on. We'll change some tyres first, put the wheels back on, and then send it for a wheel alignment. So we'll get back into it tomorrow. I'll see you then.
The next day.
So it's time to get this car finished. Pretty sure all we've got left to do is bleed the brakes up. So I've got Thomas here today on the camera and helping with bleeding the brakes. Then we've got to fit some tyres to the rims and then see how too much I've chopped out of the front springs. I think the rears will be fine, but I think I have messed up with the fronts. So we'll get into it and we'll see how it goes. That's not too bad, I think. Happy days. Bloody flat batteries. There we go.
How good's this? Little ATV winch.
My driveway's got a bit of a slope in it, so it's hard to push cars up. But with this, it's absolute cream. Not bad about that. Don't think it's too low either. Pretty happy with the outcome. Take it for a test drive. See how the clutch is. Clutch feels good. Definitely need a wheel alignment. I don't know if you can hear the tyres screaming at the moment, but that's terrible. So I'll get that done first thing in the morning. Brakes feel good. Rear guards definitely need rolling because we've got a bit of tyre scrape on the guards, but other than that, pretty successful. Steering lock feels alright.